Aloha, Aaron Madriaga here, back in my garage gym with Heavy Squat Day, brought to you by JuggernautAI. So today, the AI wants me to do a top set of 525 for 3 reps, so roughly 3 times my body weight, and I thought, why not pick today of all days to try a bunch of new things? So, I got perfect timing, right? First on that list, Reach pre-workout. So these guys, I'm sure you've seen them on all over social media. They've been hitting social media pretty hard. They sponsored a lot of really strong, top tier strength athletes from strongman to powerlifting. And they were cool enough to send me some samples, their highest stim version and their lowest stim version. Of course today, right, Heavy Squat Day, I got the highest stim version right in here. And it also has a lot of other awesome things in it. It's got the nootropics, it's got creatine, it's got awesome pump formula, it's got, what have I missed? The greens formula, and it's got electrolytes in it. So a lot of cool things all in one, so I'm gonna give that a shot today. And another thing I'm gonna try today is, if you follow me on Instagram, gonna try the heaviest squats yet in some flat shoes. So that should be a little different. But the main reason people probably clicked on this thing or maybe went, to the link on this thing, I'm also trying these. Pioneer's prototypes for their first entry into the new next gen knee sleeve market. These are gonna be a little different than the ones I've tried. I've suddenly acquired a bunch of these knee sleeves somehow, but all the ones that I've tried so far are all more ergonomic, I guess hourglass shaped. As you can see, these Pioneers are cone shaped, which is gonna be a first for me. Obviously, I've used a lot of cone-shaped knee sleeves, with the more flimsier, older 7mm type knee sleeves. But yep, no, these are the stiff ones, and so we're gonna give it a shot. Now you're probably wondering how I, with so few subscribers and such a little following, ended up with these. Well, my good buddy, Basement Brandon, actually sent me these because, surprise, surprise, his calves are not as small as he thinks.
But I'm hoping that my legs fit in these because these are a medium. They are looking pretty small. So are my legs. It might work. I thought I was going to be testing out these Pioneer knee sleeves today. However, they are too small. These are a size medium. They don't really have a sizing chart because, again, these are still just in the prototype phase. But I've been able to fit into smalls and mediums in other brands with this stiff material. Not the case today. Couldn't even get it over my calves, which, if you guys know my calves, wasn't hard. So unfortunately, these things do not fit.
Now, for me, there are a few times when I can say having small calves is of any benefit. For starters, I don't look really great in shorts. It looks like I skip leg day constantly, which obviously I don't. But he was not sure if even I could get these things on. So we're gonna try that right now. And I'm pretty confident that they are. I already got one set up to go. And just gonna kick this shoe off real quick. Here we go. So first battle will be getting them over the calves, and oh yeah, okay, so they are pretty tight. I'm basically gonna again reach down under with all of my fingers. Okay, so these are definitely the tightest knee sleeves I have tried in a while. Roll up the top and roll down the bottom. Boom. There you go, Brandon. Proof that bigger is not always better. I guess that's, again, one of the few times that I can ever say that. So not only am I shorter, but I'm also smaller. So there you go. Now, I don't know a lot about these knee sleeves. Again, I'm pretty sure these are their prototypes. But, I mean, again, the material looks awesome. We're going to find out, like I said, how they're going to feel with that 525 on my back. Even just sitting here with them, I can tell that these are definitely the tightest knee sleeves that I have put on. We're gonna see how the shape kind of feels a little different. But yeah, wish me luck. I will let you know what I think after the squats. So stay tuned. All right, so now that the squats are done, or I should say were done yesterday, I can finally give my full review on Pioneer's newer prototype knee sleeves here. And I can honestly say I was pleasantly surprised. Again, these are the very first of the newer next gen 7mm neoprene sleeves that I've tried that are cone shaped. All the other ones that I have are all ergo or hourglass shaped or whatever you want to call it. But these were the first cone shaped sleeves. And again, I don't have the most voluptuous legs or massive quads or massive calves or anything. So I wasn't really expecting these to fit, very well. I mean, I thought it would kind of, be tight all around. And actually it was tight, but in all the right places, if that makes sense. Because sometimes the other ones would feel a little, loose or baggy around my calves, and I could actually feel like air whooshing out of the bottom if I would squat and things like that. Now, when I got to the heavier weights, honestly, I don't really notice much of a difference between all the knee sleeves, and I guess that's a good thing, especially when it comes to these sleeves, because it pretty much felt on par with everything else that I've tried so far. And again, I was more surprised with the fit than anything else, that I thought it would be kind of annoying. The one thing though that was a little annoying at first was the material was bunching up a lot behind my knees. And again, that could just be the way my legs are shaped and the way the sleeves are shaped, but just the way it was bunching up behind my knees was a little irritating at first. But, technically, I guess more material behind the knee could actually be a good thing. That could actually lend itself to a little bit more rebound out of the hole. At least from my understanding, that's how wraps work. Now, not to say that these are a replacement for wraps, because even me, who doesn't really do that great of a job self-wrapping, I mean, you get a lot more out of wraps than any knee sleeve. But again, I definitely think these are on par with a lot of the other knee sleeves that I've owned or that I've tried. And the one really awesome thing that I've heard is, again, don't quote me because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure on Pioneer's social media platforms, they've been talking about listing these for as low as $99 or maybe even $89, which would put them at the most competitive price point compared to all my other sleeves. I think some of them I paid for upwards of like $160, and then I think another pair I got for about $130. I think the next cheapest option that I got were from Village Hidden and Iron, which was I think $99 when I got them. But again, if these can come in at $89, that's going to be a huge savings for a lot of people. And again, they definitely still perform like all the rest of them. Again, I'm trying to look for some cons here, and I know a lot of people critique me and say, hey, everything you say is always positive reviews, and I guess that's kind of just my personality. I always kind of tend to look on the bright side and can find the positive in just about anything. So I'm going to try to come up with some cons here. The one thing that I can think of, again, without knowing what these sleeves might come with, if they're going to come with a cool little drawstring bag or whatever, the one thing that I have maybe like a little concern for is if you look at these, the fabric around the edges here, the seams aren't really that substantial. I mean, they go in a little zigzag pattern, but I chucked out some of my other sleeves. It's got the same kind of material at the top, but it seems like some of my other sleeves have a little bit more stitching going around the top. And again, these are prototypes, so perhaps the final product could be a little bit different. But considering these kind of sleeves do take a little bit of effort to wrench off and on, I don't know, maybe that could be some cause for concern for wear and tear reasons. But other than that, again, I feel like these perform just as well as the other sleeves that I have, and look forward to trying them, more with different kind of squat accessories or different weights. Because again, once my squats get above 500, they all kind of tend to feel the same whatever I'm wearing. I'm not really paying much attention to comfort at that point. So hopefully you found this review somewhat helpful. Again, they're not on the market yet, but when you get them, I definitely think give them a try. I really like them. And any questions or comments, drop them below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, click notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and thanks to my homie Basement Brandon for sending these and for trusting me that I would do a somewhat decent job trying to fill your shoes, or in this case, fill your knee sleeves. Thanks, bro.